You know that moment when you say something like, I am good in English, and then seconds later you're like, wait, was that right? Is it in English, at English, or on English? This may sound simple, but this is a common problem every English learner has. And prepositions can really mess with your confidence, even when your English is pretty good. So in today's lesson, let's go through some of the most common preposition mistakes I hear from my students, so you can learn and avoid making them. One of the most common mistakes my students make is saying discuss about. For example, they may say, I want to discuss about my lesson plan. This sentence is actually incorrect because the verb discuss doesn't need the preposition about. So the correct sentence would be, I want to discuss my lesson plan. So remember, discuss already includes the idea about. So adding them again is incorrect. Another super common mistake is using the wrong preposition with arrive. Students often say, I arrived to the airport. This sentence is wrong. Again, we use arrive at. So the correct sentence would be, I arrived at the airport. We can use arrive at or arrive in. Arrive at is for specific places. Arrive in is usually used for countries or in cities. For example, I arrived at the office. I arrived at the train station. But I say, I arrived in London. I arrived in New York, and goes on and on. Another one I hear a lot is marry with. For example, someone might say, she's married with a doctor. This is wrong. The correct sentence would be, she married him. Or, she is married to him. So, to be married to someone or marry someone. Here's one more with the word divorce. A lot of students say she's divorced with her husband, but this sentence is not correct in English. We do not use with after divorce. So the correct sentence is she divorced her husband. Divorce as a verb here. Or you can also say she is divorced from her husband. So remember, divorce someone or be divorced from someone. Here's another tricky one, laugh. I often hear my students saying they laughed on me or they laughed to the joke. But this is not correct in English. We should say they laughed at me. She laughed at the joke. So the correct preposition with laugh is at. Laugh at someone or laugh at something. I know these mistakes are very small, but it can really affect how natural you sound. But the good news is, you know how to fix them now. Just right after this closing, there will be some quizzes. You can give them a try and let us know how many correct answers you get.